Good morning. माझं नाव अतुल कालुसकर. My name is Atul Kaluskar. I am Managing Director of CWW Limited and founder of Evans Labs. मी मुद्दामून इंग्लिशमध्ये बोलतोय कारण there are a lot of viewers from different countries who are watching this first of its kind book launch in Metaverse. And we are fortunate to have with us Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar. And we will start this program very soon. But little bit about Metaverse and our company. So CWW Limited and Crescendo Worldwide are sister concerns. My colleague, Mr. Vishal Zadav, spearheads Crescendo Worldwide, and he is the creator of this Metaverse. With Vishal, entire team has worked over past 2 years to develop this unique concept called Metaverse, the World Beyond. In world, you will find there are a lot of metaverses coming up, but most of them are in entertainment or gaming. So we have created our niche as such that we will work in business, generation of foreign direct investment, bilateral trades, exhibitions, educations, conferences. There is a lot of potential for metaverse. So, but what is metaverse? So there are a lot of definitions, but I will define metaverse in a different way. It is the quest of a human being to be immortal, will be Amar. And metaverse is going to make us immortal. Means what? This today's virtuality will become tomorrow's reality. And all the businesses, all transactions will happen in metaverse, where we will take an avatar like I have taken avatar right now, or you audience have taken the avatar. These avatars will start behaving, acting, transacting in various business transactions or day-to-day business life or day-to-day life. Simple example of purchasing a lot of things from internet right now, what you are doing, we don't get an immersive experience which we'll get in this metaverse. And with this, our avatar with AI will understand our behavioral pattern, and even the human being is not there, that avatar will function as if the human is alive. So, isn't it a quest of a human being completed to be immortal? So, giving this brief introduction about Crescendo Worldwide, CWW Limited, I, Atul Kaluskar, your today's host, request Mr. Abhay Kulkarni to take over the podium.
नमस्कार. मेनका प्रकाशन तर्फे प्रकाशित होत असलेला आजचे स्टार्टअप्स उद्याचे युनिकॉर्न या डॉक्टर दीपक शिकारपूर लिखित पुस्तकाच्या मेटावर्स मधील प्रकाशनासाठी मी आपलं सगळ्यांचं स्वागत करत आहे. या पुस्तक प्रकाशनासाठी डॉक्टर रघुनाथ माशेलकर आलेले आहेत. मी त्यांचंही मनापासून स्वागत करतो. खरं म्हणजे पुस्तक अनेक प्रकाशित होत असतात. पुस्तक प्रकाशित होत असताना ते फक्त अत्यंत मोठ्या लेवलवर काम करणाऱ्या लोकांचीच प्रकाशित व्हावी असा एक पायंडा आहे. पण अनेक माणसं आपापल्या काळात झुंजत असतात, यशस्वी होत असतात, आणि त्यांचं जे यश असतं ते रिलेट होण्यासाठीचा समाज जो असतो त्याला एक लक्षात येतं की अरे हा तर माणूस कालपर्यंत आपल्याप्रमाणेच होता, पण यांनी काहीतरी धाडस दाखवलं, कल्पकता दाखवली, एक अभिनवता दाखवली, आणि त्याच्यातून तो यशस्वी उद्योजक बनला. आणि गेल्या 20 वर्षामध्ये देशभरातच एकूण तरुणांमध्ये उद्योग व्यवसायाकडे जो एक मोठा ओढा आहे, तो जो ओढा वाढतो आहे त्याचं एक प्रमुख कारण म्हणजे सामान्य गावातली छोट्या शहरातली अनेक तरुण व्यवसायात उतरत आहेत. आणि अशा तरुणांचे यशकथा पुस्तकांमधून जेवढ्या प्रकाशित होतील तेवढा अनेक तरुणांना प्रेरणा मिळणार आहे. आणि ती प्रेरणा मिळावी यासाठी सातत्याने प्रयत्न आमचे मित्र डॉक्टर दीपक शिकारपूर करत असतात, आणि हे पुस्तक त्याचंच प्रचिती आहे. हे पुस्तक प्रकाशित होत असताना डॉक्टर माशेलकरांसारखे एक भव्य दिव्य व्यक्ती इथं असावी याचाही मला मनापासून आनंद आहे. त्यांच्याबद्दल बोलत असताना मला एवढंच सांगायला पाहिजे की माझ्यासारखा 50शी पार केलेला तरुण सुद्धा की ज्यांना लहानपणापासून पाहत आलेला आहे. आणि ज्या माणसाकडे पाहिल्यानंतर सहजपणे एक सहृदय माणूस, म्हणजे ते वैज्ञानिक ज्येष्ठ आहेतच, परंतु अत्यंत सहृदयी, अत्यंत सहज संवाद कोणाशीही साधणारे व्यक्ती, हे त्यांचं आणखी मोठं वैशिष्ट्य आहे. त्यांचं कर्तृत्व सांगण्यासाठी काही माझी गरज नाही. ते तुम्ही कुठेही रघुनाथ माशेलकर हे नाव टाकलं गुगलवर तर त्यांच्याबद्दलची हजारो पानं तुम्हाला प्रकाशित होताना दिसतील. मी त्यांचं पुन्हा एकदा मनापासून स्वागत करतो. आणि मराठी प्रकाशन व्यवसाय हा तंत्रज्ञानाची एक साथ आता घेतो आहे. आणि याच्यासाठी मला असं वाटतं की अनेक मराठी माणसं सुद्धा आपलं तंत्रज्ञानातलं कौशल्य देण्यासाठी तयार आहेत. आणि आजही हे मेटावर्समध्ये पुस्तक प्रकाशित होत असताना आमचे मित्र आणि क्रिसेंडोचे संचालक अतुलजी काळुसकर, विशालजी जाधव यांनी हे पुस्तक मेटावर्समध्ये प्रकाशित होण्यासाठी हा सगळा जो घाट घातलेला आहे तो सोपा नव्हता. पण तो त्यांनी गेले 15 दिवस या पुस्तक प्रकाशनाच्या कार्यक्रमावर आपलं पूर्ण लक्ष केंद्रित करून पहिलं मराठी पुस्तक मेटावर्समध्ये प्रकाशित होतं आहे. आणि ते प्रकाशित होत असताना आपल्या सगळ्यांना आनंद होतो आहे. मी सगळ्यांचं मनापासून स्वागत करतो आणि या पुस्तकाचं प्रकाशन करावं असं डॉक्टर माशेलकर सर यांना विनंती करतो.
थँक्यू. मी सगळ्या अतुल काळुसकर परत बोलतोय. सगळ्या प्रेक्षकांना विनंती करतो आपण 180 डिग्रीमध्ये वळावं. सगळे अवतार, नाव द अवतार्स विल टर्न अराउंड 180 डिग्री and on that wall you will see the book being launched. Mashelkar sir, avatar change kara, 180 degree बघा तिकडे. So on this screen we are seeing that book is being launched in metaverse, first of its kind, from the hands of respected Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar ji. This book is written by a famous writer, Dr. Deepak Shikarpur, and all these efforts are taken by Menaka Prakashan Pune's founder, Mr. Abhay Kulkarni sir. So all avatars, we are now seeing that all avatars are towards wall, and they are going through the book launch, which is Startups Unicorns. And I again hand over podium to Mr. Abhay to hand over to the next speaker.
या पुस्तकाचं प्रकाशन झालं असं मी जाहीर करतो आणि या पुस्तकाचे लेखक डॉक्टर दीपक शिकारपूर यांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी त्यांचं मनोगत व्यक्त करावं.
I am very happy today because the 45th book written by me is getting released in a new environment of metaverse. Startup and unicorn, these are buzzwords in today's times, and Pune city is world number 7 as far as hosting and incubating startups, and we have come a long way in last 25 years. I had written a book 6 years back on theory and fundamentals of startup, but later on I discussed with Menaka Prakashan because they were the publisher of that book, and we discussed and I requested them that let me cover some case studies which will inspire budding entrepreneurs and tomorrow's startups, because enough is written about theory, but now how they have solved the problem, how they survived, how they managed capital, how they innovated, because in startup industry getting an idea is relatively easy, but making it work and scaling it is difficult. And this is where statistically I am told that 80% startups don't see life beyond 1 year. And very few survive up to 1,000 days. But those who somehow manage to survive for 1,000 days, then the journey becomes successful. And I'm sure most of them will become unicorns in days to come. And through this book, I am giving tribute to those potential unicorns. And I appeal readers, students, and tomorrow's unicorns to study this book as a reference material and interact with the entrepreneurs on their own, because their website addresses and everything is given. And I'm sure through this book, more unicorns will get born in Pune and India. And I'm sure this book can be a journey milestone for this successful step. Thank you very much.
धन्यवाद दीपकजी. मी डॉक्टर माशेलकर सरांना विनंती करतो की त्यांनी 2 शब्द बोलावे.
Thank you very much indeed for a very rare, very unique experience, and I'm particularly happy that we are witnessing a first today in terms of Marathi book being released in Metaverse, the first in the world event. Very proud to be part of it. I'm grateful to Deepak as well as Menaka Prakashan for inviting me for this particular event. I've been a great admirer of Deepak. He's absolutely prolific. 45 books is no joke, and I'm quite sure he will still complete the Golden Jubilee within next few months, not few years, the way he's going. What is extremely important is his amazing communication skills in terms of making the most complex technological issues very simple indeed, and reaching out to people. All his books are very inspirational, and I'm quite sure this will be no exception. India is emerging as a startup nation. I used to call it a starting up nation because we're just beginning our journey. But I'm absolutely delighted to see the way the unicorns are being born. You know, until 2019, there used to be 1 unicorn every year. Can you just imagine that in 2021, there was almost 1 unicorn every week? To be precise, 44 unicorns, not 52, but it is almost 1 unicorn every week. So that is the exponential and inspirator exponential that India is becoming, and I'm delighted. But I'm even more delighted when I see that the institutions from which these startups come. One would have thought, oh, they must be from elite institutions, IITs, IIMs. So when we had reached 55 unicorns, I asked my son, Raghunath Mashelkar, who heads GeoGenNext, the corporate accelerator, his team to do an analysis as to where they come from. And you'll be pleasantly surprised to see that 50% of them came from Tier 3 cities, Tier 2 cities, and some of them were even dropouts. This is democratization of wealth. This is because we are becoming a true digital India, and digital access is not a privilege of a selected few. It is getting universal, and I'm very happy. Particularly, I would like to see young people with great aspirations, great ideas, achieving this kind of success. I'm also reminded of the old adage that I always used. It is the talent, technology, and trust. India's problem is not budget deficit, it is trust deficit. And we must have more and more trust. And that trust must transcend to young people, our trusting the young people and investing in them. Finally, about Metaverse, I'm absolutely delighted to see this particular endeavor taking off in India, and we are witnessing a very unique event. If you just see the statistics, the interest in Metaverse first. Can you guess that in the year 2021, the internet searches for the word Metaverse went up by how much? 70-fold, 7,000%. That is the great interest. But it's not just the interest, it is investment. If you look at 2021, the investment was $57 billion in both technology and infrastructure. 2022, we have just completed just 5 months, and it is $136 billion just in 5 months. In fact, I was looking at the predictions, and the predictions are that by 2030, this itself will become a $5 trillion business. Can you just imagine? India has an aspiration to become a $5 trillion country. And here we are talking about this one unique technology leading to a $5 trillion business. So these are the infinite opportunities that we have. The last point I'd like to make is repeat what I always say. India as a country must have not only growth, inclusive growth, accelerated inclusive growth, and you can see that inclusion take place in a big way, acceleration taking place in a big way, the speed at which we are moving. My book, Leapfrogging to Pole Vaulting, actually compares a frog which just jumps a few feet because he's afraid of the competitors, and then again for a few feet. And I said, no, we must not leapfrog, we must pole vault. The size of the pole is the size of our aspiration, and that's what we need to do. I spoke in English, but I must end in Marathi. बेडूकुडीतनं आपल्याला हनुमान उडी घ्यायची आहे. धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद माशेलकर सर. तुमच्या बोलण्यातून ज्ञान आणि आश्वासकता पुरेपूर असते. त्याचा पुन्हा पुन्हा प्रत्यय आम्ही घेत असतो. तो आजही घेतला. पुन्हा एकदा धन्यवाद. हँड ओव्हर टू अतुलजी.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mashelkar, for your inspiring words. I am again Atul Kaluskar, your host, and you can see for a demonstration, I am raising my hand, and all the audience can see that I have raised my right hand now. So this is just a demonstration to the people who are the spectators right now, or who are with us right now, logged in from various places. And we all 4 people over here in the podium can see you all. I am very proud to say that this is the first ever launch of a book in Metaverse, which is developed by our company CWW Limited. And there are immense efforts over the last 2 years. Second important point is that this complete technology we have developed in-house. So before we end this program, I request the conceptualizer, creator of this Metaverse, my friend and my colleague, Mr. Vishal Jadhav, to express his word of thanks. Over to you, Vishal. Vishal is speaking, by the way, from different place altogether and not in this physically place. Over to you, Vishal.
Thank you, Atul. So I'm Vishal Jadhav, founder of Metaverse, the World Beyond. Our team is working relentlessly over past 2 years developing Metaverse. Today I'm extremely happy creating history of publishing a book in Metaverse, the World Beyond. The journey from conceptualizing till this day was full of learnings, hard work and creativity. Put the entire team of CWW Limited as well as Crescendo Worldwide, and I sincerely thank to the entire team. For today's iconic first time ever unique event, I thank Honorable Dr. Raghunath Mashelkar ji for sparing his valuable time and guiding us. I further express sincere thanks to my friend Deepak Shikarpur for conceptualizing this event in Metaverse, and also Mr. Abhay Kulkarni and Amit Tekale of Menaka Prakashan for their initiative and openness for the new concept, first of its kind, launching a book in Metaverse. So thank you to all invitees, audience, the viewers listening to us on live streaming, to be part of this historic milestone and advent of Metaverse, the World Beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vishal, very much for this. And I declare, I am Atul Kaluskar again, your host. I declare this program is solemnized and this is history is created. We all people have witnessed this history of launching a book in Metaverse. Thank you all. Sir, आपण पण टाळ्या वाजवल्या समोर, आपल्या समोर घेऊन तर आपला हात दिसतो आपल्याला. And everyone can see we are clapping. दोन्ही फक्त, you can see it over to me.